Hello Scorpio, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting March 20th, 2017. And a quick reminder for you horoscope people who are watching Scorpio, I don't know why I said it that way. For you Scorpio people, I will be putting out a special video here very soon about why the rising sign matters. I can't promise it won't be technical, but you love to learn. You are Scorpios, so you get little information sponges, so I think that you'll appreciate the technical and and just the explanation of it all. So that will be coming up here, fairly soon. I want to start putting special videos out on this channel. It's just always hard, because every time I put up a special video, it's like, just gets piled under a ton of horoscopes. Anyway, moving on. Let's just get down to work. And don't forget, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. So, when it comes to your astrology this week, we have a very easy, breezy, relaxed week, Monday through Thursday. Not a whole lot going on. We do have the Sun moving into Aries on the equinox on the 20th, alright, on Monday. And it's going into your 6th house of reputation, your physical health, and your work, your schedule. And this can also be seen as a financial house. And we're starting to see a lot of improvements in all of these areas when it comes to getting in shape, or even trying to, maybe scratch a bit more extra money out of the hours of the schedule that we already have. And with the Sun here, we're going to notice this all going through a drastic amount of improvements pretty much all the way up until the 3rd week of April, which is really nice to know. Excuse me. Excuse me. Jeez. But what else is going to happen is that, with the Sun moving through this area, you have a chance to draw more attention to yourself. Alright, you have a chance to attract more attention to your reputation, market yourself better, put yourself more in demand. If you're feeling like you fell into obscurity recently, maybe your business, or maybe your boss, or anything, people in your social life just aren't noticing you, this is a time where you can finally get that attention. Later on in the week, Thursday overnight to Friday, we do have Mercury forming an opposition to Jupiter retrograde. Mercury's in this area of reputation, it's in this area of your work and your schedule, and it's opposing Jupiter retrograde in your 12th house. And it's time to pay attention to where we're not all open about everything, we're not completely open about, well, what we're all about. Okay? You are going to have to correct some misconceptions. You're going to have to, be okay with your friends, your neighbors, your customers, whoever, knowing more about you, because it's high time that you corrected a misunderstanding or a misconception or a misidentification they have of you. Even I have those situations come up sometimes. People find out a little bit more about what I'm all about, and they're like, oh my god, I'm so confused, that threw me off, I thought you were somebody completely different. And I'm like, well, maybe that's my fault for not articulating it that way, or maybe it's your fault for projecting, but, we have to correct it. We have to correct it, because, when people at work and our friends start assuming we're somebody we're not, well, all kinds of problems can come with that, and so there might be a need to correct that in somebody later on this week. We also have the Sun conjunct Venus, currently retrograde, in this 6th house of reputation and physical health, and it's talking more about the physical health side of things. And the nice thing is that with the Sun conjuncts Venus retrograde, you're going to be noticing that there's going to be some kind of way to correct something about either your physical health or your physical appearance. Don't commit to it all in during a Venus retrograde. It makes it really bad. I mean, I'm even waiting to get my hair cut until at least Venus retrograde goes into Pisces. And what you want to do is basically take this, this sort of cheat to kind of, whether it's speeding up the process of losing weight, speeding up the opportunity to, say, quit smoking, or to change something about your diet. There's going to be something coming up like that, again, study it for a little bit, but it may actually have a really big payoff later on. So what's going on with your cards? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the Fairy Godmother. The Fairy Godmother is kind of interesting because it's talking about letting other people help you their own way. Okay? Another sign got this, actually. And when we talk about the Fairy Godmother, that's basically saying, okay, if there's an intervention in your life, you can call it divine intervention, or, just somebody looking out for you, be careful about that the very, sometimes the habit that we all have as, as flawed humans, to kind of make somebody do it our way, so we feel comfortable with it. This person is intervening in your life because you might not know the right way, and so it can't be about your way. Alright, and I'm not saying that in a mean way, I'm saying you've got basically a guardian angel this week, so you just gotta step out of its way. And the fairy godmother is kind of saying, look, I mean, this is somebody who is basically working in and, again, intervening on your behalf, taking something off of your hands, taking a big responsibility off you. So who cares how they get it done, as long as they get it done. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Seven of Wands, reversed. And this is kind of a card that is basically saying, be careful again not to fight the wrong battles this week. The Seven of Wands reversed can indicate a time where we need to relax a little bit about pressing too many points home. Because sometimes the Seven of Wands reverse can talk about overkill. Overkill in our statements, overkill in our words, overkill in our investments and the actions that we take. One step further could be a step too far. And the Seven of Wands reverse could also indicate, again, letting somebody else kind of speak on your behalf, to do it on your behalf, whether it's, you know, you're talking to an employer, you're talking to a coworker, or we're trying to get a message across to a customer or a client. The interesting thing about the Seven of Wands reverse is also saying a lot of things will start to sort themselves out on their own on a financial level if you're in the middle of some kind of big debate. Financially, this week should be glorious anyway, with Mercury and the Sun in your finance, one of your finance sectors, one of your primary finance sectors. So it might be where we're not talking about money right now. But again, allow somebody to act on your behalf, whether it's to put in a good word for you or to explain your case, because I think that message is going to sink in better. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, and the others in your life, we do have the Devil card upright. And this can be a bit troubling because sometimes when we get the Devil card in terms of the friends and family area, we see a nuisance, or we see sort of an X factor, or a ticking bomb kind of character, okay, showing up. And this could be a friend or a relative. You may find out who they are, you might already know who they are, they may already be there, but they're kind of taking, they're taking a spot on stage this week with you. This person may be prone to a lot of drama, or may have some certain vices or certain bad habits that are always getting them into trouble. And the Devil card upright is saying that we want to make sure that we can actually at least redraw that boundary or draw that line of the sand beforehand. Alright, that might not always sink in well with people, because sometimes we want to be like, look, I can't, that's my brother, or I can't, that's my mom, or I can't, that's my friend. But with the Devil card upright, you know, what it is saying is that, you know, that drawing that line in the sand can be actually very important for you, because, you know, the Devil card is saying this person has not worked through the issues that keep coming up over and over and over again. You know, to them, they could be doing it for the 13th time, but to them, it's the first time it ever happened. And that you can't really constructively work with that yet until they kind of acknowledge that pattern, okay? For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Ace of Pentacles upright. Not really a bad challenge, it's basically talking about, again, maintaining the stability. You know, and protecting your own stability, not sticking your neck out too much to take a risk for somebody. You know, if somebody, you know, and that might sound really bad, because I'm all about sharing and loving people and protecting people, but, you know, you want to make sure that this week you're not letting yourself be on the chopping block or let other people put you at risk with their risky behavior. Because the Ace of Pentacles is saying, like, look, you need to take care of you and yours, Scorpio, and you may be tempted, again, when it comes by these people here, okay, no, with the Devil card upright, and the, you know, I would say with the Seven of Wands reversed, you might be thinking a little bit like, no, I want to make sure these people are there, you know, and they are safe, and maybe if they see somebody stick up for them, it's going to be okay. Well, no, they might not necessarily be easy for you to handle, because they're going to be the tough ones to deal with. So, you're just going to have to, you know, mind you and yours, you know, protect you and yours. Let them decide how they're going to handle them and theirs. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Five of Cups upright. And with the Five of Cups, it's interesting because this card can indicate feelings of loss or feelings of grief surrounding a partnership or surrounding a crush situation. Now, it might not mean that you're having a hard time, like, you know, the person you have a crush on, like, breaks your heart and walks away. It could mean that a partner or a crush is actually going through a grieving process this week. You know, they might actually be going through a bit of, you know, that you might be getting news about some bad news coming to your partner, and you want to make sure that you can be there for, you know, for them. You want to be there to be supportive of them. You know, because this is probably could feel like a big deal to him or her. For those of you who are single and not seeing anyone, though, the Five of Cups upright can indicate somebody new coming into your life, but they are so not ready for a relationship. You know, and sometimes that happens. You know, sometimes people think the first thing they want to do after they get out of a relationship is rush into a brand new one, and those are the ones that need the relationship detox first. detox away from that old relationship energy, or else it's just, otherwise they're just having the same relationship with like 6 different people. And I think that for you, you might catch on to that. Now, it doesn't mean you can't be their friend. Doesn't mean we can't maybe hope for a relationship down the road. But in the beginning, they're trying to fill a void. And that's not a good reason to get into a relationship with you, because you both deserve better at that point. So that is your horoscope. Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.